Welcome back to Is It Fake Part 19, the only show that legit checks items that you send over. We look them over, we determine whether they're counterfeit or not. Let's go. So a fan of the show had sent over a Get Ready cap by Louis Vuitton. This is a first for the show, so I wanted to go over in detail why this might be real or why this might be fake. So let's look at them. All right, so first glance, we're going to be looking at this little stitch here. It could be wear and tear, but it does not look up to the standard of what a Louis Vuitton item would have. Okay, we're going to move over to here, and you can just see just kind of the general engineering and composition of the hat. Looks lazy, doesn't look sturdy. So let's move over to here. As you can see the monogramming here, it might just be the angle, but it looks like it's really unevenly close to one another, and that just is not standard. So we're going to move down here. Sorry, I'm kind of moving around here. You can see the brim of this hat. So the brim of this hat's supposed to be a lot thicker, and it's supposed to be a beige tan. You can see a little bit on there, but it's supposed to be pretty thick just to kind of show the thickness of the bill. All right, so let's check out the side profile of this. I don't even know what's going on here. That just looks like a disaster. And then we can look at the stitching, which is very clear, which is very against what Louis Vuitton generally has. They use blend stitching, which is a great way to stitch things together without seeing the actual stitch itself. So usually I would just stop here and just say, yes, this was an absolute fake, but we're going to go examine a little more just so we're aware of some of the things that determine whether something is real or not. Let's look at the monograms here. That monogram is kind of leaking and bleeding into the stitching there, and it's just really poorly done. So I also know that Louis Vuitton, in their Get Ready caps, they put a lining on the inside kind of as a wicking, but it will actually have the monograms on it just like the outside. So this does not have any of that on the inside. So here's a great example of how fakes sometimes include too much in it that you can actually tell that it's fake. So the bottom of the bill does not actually have monogramming to it. The real Get Ready caps, it is a straight leather, just one color kind of look. Typically complementary to what the hat's color scheme is. So we did come to the conclusion that this was indeed a fake, and the person had kind of reached out because they had gotten it as a gift, and they weren't sure if it was real or not. So if you guys ever have any questions about something that you've gotten, it doesn't need to be Louis Vuitton, it could be really anything, be sure to send it right on over to my Instagram at Faked Podcast, and we'll check it over. And remember, if you guys are interested in things like this, check out my podcast. It's available everywhere. It's called Faked Podcast. I'll see you guys there. Bye.